Is he excited to coach?
Yeah. I think so. Ooh.
All right, good afternoon. We've got Spartacats facing up against Cannon River on defense. We've got Moline and Turbold. Our forwards, we've got Weber, Bates, and Robinette. Puck drop kicks off. Moline takes it and throws into the neutral zone. Weber trying to go up the board. Looks like pass is intercepted by Cannon River, but a good fight in the corner from Bates. Cannon River skating it out. Trying to get clear. Moline chasing it down the ice. They're waving off icing. She sends it up the boards. Weber comes in to grab that, takes it up, sends it clear. Hits the blue line, but saved in by Cannon River. Bates and Weber applying some pressure, pounces into the middle where Robinette can grab the puck. She sends it over to Weber just a bit behind her. She tries to go back for it. We're going to get a shift of all of our girls as the puck goes in deep in the Cannon River zone. Cans, Nelson, and Krisky in the lineup. Nelson gets a pass from Cans, takes a shot in, glove saved by the goalie. We'll get a face-off in the Cannon River zone. Puck won there by Cannon River. They're going to try to push it in. Krisky intercepts, puts some pressure on behind the net. Now Cans in their pursuit. Puck kind of gets errantly thrown across the zone to the Cannon River side. Intercepted by Walker. She sends it up to Nelson. Nelson pushes it in the zone. Cannon River gets the puck, sends it into the middle of the ice. Got a little bit of numbers. Great shot blocked by Verstraat. Puck gets pushed into the corner. Verstraat sends it back up. Cans grabs it, takes it out of the Spartacats zone, pushes it into the neutral. He's trying to get around that corner. Can't quite beat the Cannon River girl there. A little bit of a collision. Looks like everyone's okay, but Cans has to recover her stick. Walker looking for some space. Looks like we're going to just take an offsides. New lineup on the ice. We've got Bliss and Turvold in defense, and Hubble and McCall and Weber as our forwards. Passes back to Bliss. She lines up for a shot. Lots of sticks, lots of deflections. Goalie's able to cover that one up. So we got at least a shot, maybe two shots on that drive. McCall on the face-off, pushes it against the boards. Weber trying to pin that up against the line. It goes back behind the Cannon River net. Hubble in pursuit, intercepted by Weber. She tries to take a shot. Cannon River gets a good stick on that one and sends it over. Puck pushed back into the corner. Weber chasing it down. Cannon River sends it along the outside of that edge. It's able to skirt past Bliss. Turvold slides over and grabs that puck. She sends it wide. A lot of space with Weber. Hopefully she can get something going here. She tries to move past one girl, pushes the puck out in front into a shot. The goalie's going to glove that one down and take a stoppage. Face off in the Cannon River zone. They take control of it. They're sending it up the neutral zone. One of their speedy girls takes the edge. Bliss is able to push her into the corner. They send a pass directly through the blue crease. Thankfully, no one was there to grab that and take a shot. Bounces up to their blue line. Couple of sticks in the way. Puck ultimately goes to Robinette, who gets it across the blue and then pushes it in the neutral zone. Bates has it. She's going to skate up. Sends it into the Cannon River zone. Poor time change with one of our girls stepping out. Cannon River gets a good shot off. Thankfully high and wide. Moline grabs it from the corner and sends it up the boards to Robinette. Robinette turns. She's going to send it up across the ice to Krisky. She can turn on that corner. She might have a little something. She gets hung up at the blue line. Pucks back in the neutral zone to Moline. Moline pushes it forward and sends it up. Then takes a stop at the blue from Cannon River. Krisky's able to grab that one. Sorry, pushes back into Moline. It's a neutral zone. Cans goes and intercepts, puts a little pressure on the Cannon River girl. Puck slides past Moline and goes into the corner for Stratton. Has that one. She's slinging it up the wall. Cannon River put a good pressure on to take that puck back, but thankfully the Spartacats grabbed it again. Moline has it. She sends it up the boards. Cans has it, pushes it to Christie. Puck bounces around, grabbed again by Cannon River. They lose the puck and pushes it into the corner. Moline in there, along with Nelson, putting on pressure. Puck gets up to Christie. Got a little bit of space, gives a great pass over to Cans. Cans working up the left wall. She's able to get past the Cannon River girl, and the puck skirts behind the net. Nelson in pursuit knocks it off with the Cannon River stick and sends it in the middle. Cans is tied up. Puck bounces in the corner, back to Verstrat. Verstrat to the corner. Sends it back to Cans. Goes back to Weber. Center, good centering pass. Just a little bit outside the stick there. Puck back in the corner. Nelson was able to put some pressure in the Cannon River girl. Puck got lost for a second. Now the puck is free into the corner. Cans tries to recover, but the puck bounces out past her. We've got two Cannon River coming down. Verstrat and Walker on defense. Addison pushes her to the corner. Thankfully gets a good stick on that one to deflect a centering pass. Now we've got a little bit of room. Weber with a 1-on-4. Looks a little Mighty Duckish out here with some of the colors, but Weber's trying to take on the whole team. Great shot by Weber, pushes it into the center, and then we get a second shot by Hubble. Really made that goalie work for that one, and Cannon River's forced to ice it. They send it down the ice, so we'll get a face-off in the Cannon River zone. Shots on net show 3. I think we got another 1 or 2 more than that, but right now it's 3 shots to 0 shots. Score on the board is 0-0 with 8:45 left in the period. Aside from breakaways, the puck has been living pretty consistently on the Cannon River side, which has been great for our girls. They're in really hot pursuit, really pushing them, putting a lot of pressure on those kids. Puck is still out here. Another good pressure play by the Spartacats, freeing up a puck. McCall is able to backhand that one into the goalie, so we'll get another stoppage. All right, puck is pushed back in the corner. Molina lines up for a shot. She sends that one just a little bit wide. Puck is still maintained by the Spartacats. Bounces out to Turvo, who takes a good shot on net. Gets to the goalie with a pad save, pushing the puck to the corner. Cannon River is able to grab that one, but Hubble on a lot of pressure, able to get that puck back. Christie comes in to join the fight. Good board battle, 2-1-2. Cannon River is able to get control of it. They try to send it up front. Moline grabs it at the blue line, kind of forced to dump that way, and we'll take an offsides. Bates on the face-off with support. We've got Robinette and Weber, Moline, and Turvold on defense. Bates is able to control the puck in the middle of the ice. Great pass over to Robinette, who sends an even better pass over to Weber. Weber gets a shot off, but a Cannon River stick intercepts that one, sends it to the corner. Bates recovers. Another great centering pass. Robinette's trying to get a backhand off. A lot of sticks in the way. Puck is still loose. Turvold's able to hold the line. She lines up for a shot. Good rip, pad save by the goalie. Robinette pushes that in the corner. Cannon River gets the puck, but errant pass that leads to a Spartacat possession. Robinette has the puck back in the corner, taken away by Cannon River. They're skirting around their neck. Puck coming up the left side of the board. We've got some speed coming from the Cannon River girls. Lots of Spartacat sticks, able to deflect that one and knock it away. Weber grabs it, bringing it up the boards. She's getting hacked and all sorts of hooking there. Robinette gets that puck, pushes it into the Cannon River zone. Cannon River brings it back up in the neutral zone area. Tries to do a centering pass, push it back behind the line. They're going to get an offsides. All right, we got a new line for the Spartacats on our defense. We've got Verstrat and Walker. And then forward line, we've got Nelson, Cans, and Krisky. Had a long shot that just came in from Cannon River. Cassie was able to hold that one down, but due to no pressure coming from Cannon River, we dropped the puck and kept playing. Wide shot came in from Cannon River. Looked like it got deflected once and kind of went just a bit outside of Cassidy's reach. Snuck in right inside that post. That was their first shot on goal. 6:20 left in the first period. Shots on goal 4-1. But Cannon River's got the first point for the day. All right, Cannon River trying to get a little bit more on the board, skating along the outside. That one girl really likes to use her forearms to try to hold her space. Puck is grabbed in by the Spartacats. Cans tries to send it across ice to Krisky, but is intercepted by Cannon River. Krisky's able to come back and grab that one. She's working past a couple of different Cannon River girls. Nelson comes in for support. Cans grabs it, puts it in the neutral zone. Good play there by Cans to give some space. She hands it over to Krisky. Krisky's got a lot of space to turn that corner. She tries to line up for a shot. Takes a great one, but just couldn't quite get all the juice on it. The goalie did bounce it right under the middle of the ice for a hot second there, but there wasn't a Spartacat there to knock it into the net. Cans has puck possession, passes it over to Krisky. The Cannon River's able to take that one, and then they dump it down for an icing. All right, face off in the Cannon River zone after that icing. Cannon River has it. Pressure by Hubble. She's pursuing the Cannon River girl behind her own net. Cannon River grabs it the outside, pushes it in the inside. They're trying to bring it up the ice. We got a lot of good sticks. Turbo did a great job putting some body and pressure on that one to take the puck away. She passes it up to Weber. Weber's taking it up the right side of the boards. She sends it in deep. Hubble McCall in pursuit in the left side. We got Bliss standing behind her with Turvold holding the blue. Cannon River's able to knock that one out. We got one Cannon River on a couple of Spartacats. Claire made a good play to make it kind of bounce out in the open where Weber can grab that and slow it down and get a reset. McCall takes the puck from the back. She's trying to get up out of the zone. We got a little bit of space as she moves into the open area. Cannon River tries to intercept and fire it out into the neutral area, but Weber was there to take a block off a skate. Cannon River thinking about resetting, but the Spartacats now getting their line change completed. Puck's pushed deep into the corner. Robinette was able to fight for that one, gets a good backhand in, but the goalie makes a blocker save. Then they send another icing down. Cannon River is able to knock the puck loose. We got a one-on-one battle. Aylin putting some pressure and is able to get the puck at least to slow down. Cannon River had an open body, though, to take a shot. It went wide. Puck battle in the corner. A lot of high sticks coming up towards the chin level there from our Cannon River friends. Some of these girls are playing a little feisty today. Starting to get nice and physical. Bates has a little bit of space. We've got a 3-on-2 if we hurry. Bates passes over to Robinette. Robinette's pass gets intercepted by Cannon River. Cannon River tries to throw it in deep for shots there to help kind of knock it loose. At least one Cannon River girl is going to go for a change. Puck kind of gets sent deep in to the blue line where the Cannon River is able to intercept and get a shot off. Bounces to the corner. Bounces back out for Cannon River to take another shot that goes wide. River Strat can get this one cleared. Good pressure by Cannon River to make that a more difficult exit than it should have been, but they just dump it in deep and then they go for a change. Estrada has it behind the net. She sends it up the boards to Christie. Got tied up. Puck gets sent back across to the other side of the ice. Estrada's going to try to get that one clear now. A lot of sticks making our passing more difficult today. Estrada has it again. She sends it up the board, held by Cannon River. Cans comes in to try to get it clear. Still in the zone. Cannon River keeping that hold. Christie applying pressure. Now Cans applying pressure. Moline has it in the back corner. She sends it. Finally gets it clear, but looks like that one's going to have a little too much juice and get to an icing. 3 minutes left in the period. Shots on goal 6-2 in favor of the Spartacats, but the goal tally is at 0-1 in favor of Cannon River. Face off in the Spartacat zone. Weber has it behind the net. She sends it up the line. Nelson in pursuit. She's able to get a block off of the skates. Puck bounces back though in favor of Cannon River. Gets outside of the blue. Weber in pursuit. Cannon River resets, sends it back in deep, but they were offsides. I don't know how much music you all can hear through the microphone, but Craig Nelson will be proud of this music today. They've got it pumping. All right. Puck in the neutral zone. Cans on pursuit. Not quite able to get there. Bounces left. Bliss is going to try to get that one set. Cans taking some space. Good outlet pass to Weber. Looks like it's going to bounce just a little bit too far. But Craig, if you're listening, they have not played any DMX or Black Street this entire weekend. I think we should send a letter to them and let them know they need to improve their game. Christie grabs the puck out of the Spartacat zone, pushes the neutral. She's fighting with a couple of girls. Moline ends up with the puck on her stick and sends it in. Cannon River sends it across the ice where Hubble is able to intercept and get a puck out to Christie. Christie gets kind of pushed off the puck. Cannon River takes it back, sends it back into the middle where Turvold has space. She sends it right through the middle. Great pass for Hubble. Hubble gets kind of pinched off by a couple of the by the Cannon River girls, and then they are going to send it for an icing, so we'll get a face-off in their zone. And right on cue, Craig, as if you were here, I made the comment about DMX, and that's the very first song they played during this break. All right, face-off happening in the Cannon River zone. Pushed into the corner. Cannon River has possession. They try to send it up their board. Good attack by the Spartacats as they push that puck against the board and try to clear it up. Turvold has control of it. She spins away from our Cannon River girl. Tries to make another move. Gets the stick kind of tied up inside of her hands, but no call coming. She sends it in a pass off the boards to Hubble. Another pass across the ice. Looks like Christie might have a little bit of space if she can make it happen. She gets pushed into the corner a little bit, but is able to get a pass off to Bates. Bates tries to chase it down. Cannon River tries to clear again. We'll take another icing. All right, we got a face-off coming in Cannon River zone. Moline, Turvold on defense. We've got Weber, Bates, and Robinette as our forward line. Puck is bounced behind the net. Robinette cuts them off. Tries to take the puck away. Cannon River recovers it, pushes it up the side. Weber is in pursuit. It's like her and Bates are there along with Turvold. Turvold grabs it and sends it deep into the corner. Cannon River's going to try to skate that one across. Robinette tries to cut it off. Couldn't quite get her stick there in time. Puck is held at the blue by Moline. Moline's fighting for it in the corner. Puck gets sent through the neutral zone into the Spartacat zone. Turvold is there to grab it. She's going to give herself a little bit of space, makes a good turn, sends it up the boards. Robinette had a second there where she could have maybe sprung Weber. Puck kind of gets knocked around, bounced into the neutral zone, and now is in the Cannon River zone in the corner. Good fight by the Spartacats to push the puck into the corner where Weber can go and pursue. Puck is loose again. Great pass by Weber that gets deflected into the open area of the ice. Another time, though, where the puck gets pushed out in the open and there's not a girl near it. Puck ultimately bounces back in the Spartacat zone. Maureen goes to grab it. She tries to send it, but it gets hit against the net. Weber now has it, trying to get up the wall. Intercepted by Cannon River. They try to shoot it in, but Bates blocks that one and gets pushed out all the way down for an icing. All right, on the ice right now, we've got Verstraet and Walker as our defenders. Kriski, Cans, and Nelson on our forwards. Face-off happening in the Spartacat zone. Just a couple of seconds left in the game. Shot coming in from Cannon River. Good tip from Cannon River, but a good block there by Addison, by Cassidy. And then Addison gets completely taken down, but no penalty call. Looks like they just might have gotten tangled up. Looks like she's okay. So we'll move into the period break. Shots on goal, 6 for the Spartacats, 2 for Cannon River. Score right now is 0-1 in favor of Cannon River. All right, start of the second period. We got a face-off happening in center ice. Cannon River's able to take possession. They skate up, get a shot off. Cassie's able to push that to the corner with her pads. Got a couple of Spartacats over there, grab that one. Cannon River's able to skate out into that corner and get another shot. Cassidy having to make another save, pushing that one to the corner again. Another good pass out in the neutral area where they get a second shot off. Spartacats able to recover. Good pass from Kriski over to Hubble. Hubble trying to turn the corner, gets a shot in, deflected there by the goalie, sent back into the corner. Puck's bouncing up the wall. Walker goes to grab and it bounces just a bit over her stick. Cannon River grabs it in the neutral zone. You've got Cannon River sends that one into the middle. One of their players is able to get a high shot off. Stick save there. Looks like the knob of Cassidy's stick was able to make that save. Puck bounces out. Good pass by Kriski, just a bit out of the reach. Looks like Weber or Hubble might be able to get to it. Cannon River beats her there, at least preventing an icing. But Hubble with a good pursuit and pressure, able to get that puck loose, gets sent deep into the boards. Bates recovers, sends it in towards the goalie, but goes just wide. We got a change coming from a number of the girls on the Spartacat side. Weber still out there. She's chasing that puck down strong. Sends it back behind the net where Bates is. She tries to line up and get a clear pass over to Turvold. Turvold has control of it. Lines up, takes a good shot. Goalie tries to glove it down, ends up hitting the ice, but then she was able to recover and grab it. face-off push behind the net. We've got Weber in the corner with the puck. Two Cannon River girls giving her pressure. Bliss has it, tries to take a shot, gets deflected by Cannon River girls. Another shot from our defense that gets deflected. That one makes it to the goalie for a pad save. Gets sent out. Weber has it in the corner. She goes to recover again. Puck bounces out in the open area. Turbo gets another shot off. That gets hit into the Cannon River players. Puck now is bounced out of the neutral zone. Cannon River trying to skate it up. Turbo cuts her off, grabs puck. Bringing it forward, they got a little bit of space to work with as a couple of the Cannon River girls were in the change. Turbo trying to get past. Good defense there by the Cannon River girls to take the puck away. Now they have pressure up the middle. Puck bounces over to Bliss. Bliss is coming back to get the puck. A lot of tie-ups and tangles as girls are going to the boards with this team. Cannon River takes a shot off the blue line. Bates is able to soccer style knock that puck down, push it into the neutral zone. Robinette's now in pressure. Cannon River skates past a couple of our girls. They've got possession. Got a couple of their girls out. Shot coming in wide. Cassidy able to push that one wide. They get a centering pass that comes through, but Weber able to lift the stick and prevent that one from connecting. Now we've got Bates pushing the puck in deep so she can get a change. Cannon River takes it back in their own zone, sending it up the ice. Kind of an awkward open space pass there that worked in their favor to the Cannon River girls trying to catch up to it before Bliss can grab that one and send it back to the corner. Nelson in pursuit, pushes that over, gets past the Cannon River girl where Weber's got it and some space. Her and Cans have a 2-on-2 if they hurry. Weber's skating wide, tries to get past the girl. She does get the puck in deep. Cannon River tries to push it through. Cans with a good deflection. Nelson's able to get that one through off of a deflection, tries to get a shot. Puck bounces to Weber, who tries to push it back in. Cans in good pressure. She gets a chance to get that puck. Puck is coming down. Got a hand pass there. I think Cans actually touched that one, but the refs didn't agree with it. So we got a hand pass. We're going to take a face-off outside of the neutral zone. All right, face-off. Nelson is out there. She puts some pressure on. Puck bounce back into the Cannon River zone. Krisky, Cans, and Nelson on the ice. Krisky has it. She's getting in a good stick fight there with a couple of the girls. Puck bounces in the neutral zone. Moline tries to push it. I don't think that she knew that Krisky was still on the other side of the blue. So we've got a face-off coming in the neutral area. About 10 minutes left in the second period. Shots on goal, 8 for the Spartacats, 7 for Cannon River. Puck kind of bounced around. No one seemed to know where that one is. It ended up getting shot out deep into the neutral zone. Moline has it. She sends it clear, gets a deflection up into the air, hits the referee. Comes back around to where Spartacats can get some pressure on it. Nelson tries to go in and use her stick and is able to get it deep, but Cannon River takes it behind their net. They lose control of it. Cans is able to intercept. Got 2 on. Nelson's in pursuit along with Cans. She has it behind the net, looking for her chance to center it in front of for Krisky. Some good shoving, some good pushing. No penalties called here at this point. Another good one, this time a retaliation coming from the Cannon River girl. These are definitely a little more physical than they were in this morning's game. Cans in pursuit again. Cannon River trying to skate that one coast to coast. Nelson putting pressure on it, then the puck goes corner. Verstraat has pressure into the corner, and then we get a shot in from the center. And Cannon River bounced wide before it can get into the net. Girls are trying to recuperate. Cannon River takes another shot. Puck bounced off the post, right out into an open space where Cannon River could just knock it in for their second goal of the game. I'm hoping the girls aren't too deflated by that second goal. They've been playing pretty hard here so far, but they need to keep this pressure up because it's starting to get physical and it's starting to get to a spot where they can they can take advantage of their opportunities if they keep their composure. Weber pushes it up. She got a lot of space in front of her. Tries to get a one-on-one. She's got a space. She takes a pass over to Hubble, just a bit outside of her reach. Puck gets passed now behind the net. They're trying to skate up the line. Weber in pursuit pushes the puck to the corner. She's able to knock it loose. Gets sent back into the Cannon River zone where Weber comes to pursue. Cannon River clears it into the middle. Pass from Walker over to Hubble. Hubble lines it up, takes it into the corner. She's going to try to jump down and grab that from the Cannon River girls. Got a little bit of space as McCall uses it to pass to a defender. The puck gets pinched off by Cannon River and sent back behind the net. Cannon River sends it out to the blue line, but Walker is able to hold that one. Weber's got some space. She's kind of skating off her offhand. Tries to dance at the blue line, but the puck gets taken away. Holding the line. Couldn't hold it long enough. Got an offsides coming. We'll take a face off just outside of the Cannon River zone. Rachel, my producer, is coordinating inter-period interviews with some family members. We'll hear from Rachel's mom here shortly. In the game right now, puck is in the neutral area. Bates has possession. She sends it deep into the corner. Robinette also coming up that left wing. Great pass that she's accidentally sent directly to Robinette. Unfortunately, she couldn't quite get a shot off as it gets deflected by some of the Cannon River girls. Bates sends another one right in the middle of the ice, but no one home. Krisky's able to knock that one back into the zone. Another physical play there by Cannon River as they kind of put Krisky right onto her back. Moline clears it in, sends it back into the zone. Robinette trying to get a shot off. Got a shot. Robinette took a shot, deflected in. Krisky took another shot, and then she got her own deflection and put it in the back of the net. Great play by the Spartacats. Good pressure, good consistency, holding up at that line. Definitely getting rewarded for their hard work. All right, Spartacats get on the board. We've got pressure coming. Cannon River's taking control of it. They've got it. Bass in the neutral zone. They're looking to get back in control of this game. They take a really high and wide shot coming from the left side of the boards. Puck bounces out. Cannon River trying to hold the zone. Spartacats able to push it through. Cans has some space. She lines up for a shot. Great shot, but a glove save by the goalie. On the ice right now for our defenders, we've got Walker and Verstraat. Forwards, Cans, Nelson, and Weber. Puck gets passed back behind the Cannon River goal. Weber in pursuit is able to pinch off that puck, loosen it up. Cannon River is able to clear it, but recovered by Cans. She has to kind of tap dance that one outside of the blue. Passes back over to Walker. Walker lining up, sending it into Weber. Intercepted by a Cannon River. Puck though won by Nelson. Cannon River starting to throw elbows into our backs, which is really fun. But Nelson getting that puck, another cutoff that could have been ugly if that would have been a little bit more contact. Cannon River sends it in deep behind. Walker recovers. She sends the puck up the boards. Weber putting on pressure. Cannon River trying to hold the blue line. She sends it D to D. A lot of Spartacats in that shooting lane, so good deflection by Nelson. Nelson and Cans putting pressure, holding the blue. Cannon River gets it into the center of the ice and just tries to throw it towards the goal. It goes wide. Walker has it in recovery. Weber takes it. She tries to shoot it off, almost going for an intentional too many on the ice. She did hit the girl, but I think her feet were up in the air. Puck is passed behind the net. Weber has it again. She's going to try to send it up the boards. Held at the blue by Cannon River. They take another shot. Cassidy sends that one in the corner with her pads. Seeing things have kind of slowed down here for the last couple of seconds. There we go. Now we've got Spartacats with the puck in the middle. Nelson with space. She takes a great move. He tries to get some space to take a shot and couldn't quite get all of it on there. Cans in the corner. Puck gets freed up by the Cannon River girls. She sends it, but Nelson's able to pursue and put pressure on to free that puck back up. Cans is dancing with that puck. Sue sends it back to Verstraet. Verstraet lines up, sends it back into the boards. Nelson in pursuit. Weber in that corner as well. Cannon River's first to the puck. Weber takes it, gives a good shot, goes wide off the net. Let's see if Verstraet can win this win. She sends another shot in. The rest of the Spartacats are in a change. Cannon River just kind of tosses that one down, hoping to get a change. Puck floats all the way down for an icing. Got 4.5 minutes left in the second period. Shots on goal, dead even. We got 10 apiece. Score right now, 1 for the Spartacats, 2 for Cannon River. Off the face-off, we've got a shot coming in from Clara. Goalie blocked it initially, tried to put her glove down, had a lot of sticks coming in at it pretty quick, missed it by just a second. During that break, though, we had Coach McCall giving the referee a quick chat. I don't think he was commenting on his strike, so I wonder what he was giving him some feedback on. But we've got a face-off held in by the Spartacats. Clara taking another shot from the blue line that goes just a bit wide. Good news, though, Kriski's able to get control of that one. She takes it back behind the net. Cannon River trying to get it out, but can't quite seem to get it past their Spartacat players as they're swarming pretty well. Cannon River gets it in the neutral zone and sends it in deep. Board battle in the corner. Bates wins that one, gets the puck, sends it out. Cannon River, though, gets it into the blue line for a shot that goes wide. Now we got Turvold with the puck behind the net. She's going to try to give herself some space, pushing it up off the board to Kriski. Kriski turning, taking a good pass right onto Hubble's stick. Hubble trying to then get past that Cannon River girl. Ends up getting knocked away, pushed back into the neutral area. But Hubble dumps it deep for a change. Cannon River coming in straight through the neutral zone, straight towards the goal, ends up getting pushed over into the corner. She still maintains puck possession even with all of the attempts from Bates. Spartacats eventually able to knock the puck loose and get it free before center can take form. Cannon River holds it, tries to line up for a shot, but a lot of sticks from the Spartacats in the way. Got Bates and Weber on a 2-on-2. Good pass by Bates. Weber trying to grab control of that one. She centers it up. Let's see if Robinette can get this one down. Robinette tries to swing it back to her forehand. Got a couple of shots off. Goal! Goal! Referee thought that puck was dead. Blew his whistle just a second before, but pointed towards the net, so that's a good goal. Goalie did not have possession of it. It bounced around a couple of ways. We had a lot of backhands at it, so we're going to take that one. We got a tie game, 2-2. Shots on goal. Spartacats have 13 against Cannon River's 11. Referee's given a hard time from the coach because he blew the whistle, but he pointed. We're going to give this a second to marinate as there are some very upset fans in the house. After some very friendly commentary from the referees and the coaches, they actually called the goal back. So we've got a face-off in the Cannon River zone. I don't think the Spartacats fans were super fond of that call, considering that the ref pointed to the net and gave us that goal. And it wasn't until the fans of the other team started to complain that we kind of lost the favor of the ref in that one. Cannon River ices it. We've got 2.5 minutes left in the period. Verstraet takes control of that one, sends a shot in. Gets deflected by Cannon River. Cannon River's got some speed. Their number 9 girl can kind of move to the outside edge really well. She tries to take it through, but gets deflected by the Spartacats, and puck gets sent behind the net. Where some of the Cannon River girls get a centering pass off. Looks like Weber was in there to deflect that one away. So we get Bates coming up the line, sending the puck into Robinette, who's deep into the corner. She's going to try to free up Bates for a shot. Bates sends it back to Robinette. Bates recovers it, sends it into the corner again. We got Weber, Moline, and Pursuit on that side. They send it into the middle. Puck kind of bounces free, ends up getting the Cannon River stick possession. They're bringing up the neutral zone. Good block there by Talia. Bounces it to Cans. Cans tries to bring it into the zone. She's able to skate past one girl, gets pressured by another. Ends up kind of getting shoved through there. Nelson is up with the puck, though, so she's going to take it behind the net. Cannon River has the puck again. Weber intercepts that puck. Getting held and hung on all the time. Every time they turn that corner, they get grabbed onto. Puck bounces free. Moline holds it. Unfortunately, couldn't quite hold on to it as long as it needed. So we've got an offsides. We'll take a face-off outside of the Cannon River zone. All right, face-off. Puck bounces out into the neutral zone. Cannon River puts it into the Spartacat zone. Nelson is able to grab that one, though. Krisky makes another good play off the board to push it free. She's got that edge. She takes a shot that goes just a little bit wide off of the deflection, but Cans is there to grab the puck again. Cannon River grabs onto it, but Nelson comes and cuts her off. Puck still bounces free, though, and Cannon River's able to take it up the ice. They get a shot that goes wide. Puck is behind the Spartacat net. Cannon River has it pushed back behind the net, where Walker has control. She sends it up. Krisky's got some space. Got 2 Cannon River girls pouring in on a push. Tries to get it bounce up over. That almost went clear, but Cannon River knocks it free. Sends it in the neutral area so that'll kick Walker back to go grab it. She skates it up to the ice. Got a lot of space in the middle. Good pass over to Cans. Cans trying to dance past the Cannon River defender, who sends it free into the middle. Number 9 from Cannon River brings it up the middle. Sends it wide. Get a shot from the outside. Cannon River gets another shot. And then I finally get a whistle. If they would have waited that long to blow the whistle on our side, we would have had another goal. We've got 7 seconds left in the period. Face off in the Spartacat zone. Puck pushed over to Cannon River in the corner. Cannon River trying to grab that one. They're trying to send it deep. Ends up going just behind the net for the end of the period. Shots on goal, 13 apiece. Score right now is 1-2. Cannon River has a 1-goal advantage, which shouldn't be the case, but it is at this point. So we've got a little bit of battling to do here in the third period. Period break observations. We've got an odd mix of our fans here today because it seems like our fans know which side of the ice we're supposed to be on, but our Cannon River partners do not. So we've got intermingled seating happening with our fans, which is creating some fun tension as we hear different sides of the story for each penalty and each aggressive play. From a music side, they have stepped up their game, Craig. I made a couple of requests, and now all I can hear is Eminem and think about spaghetti. So, Craig, be happy, be proud. They're doing their part. Starting the third period, we've got Turvold and Moline on our defense, and then we've got McCall, Weber, and Hubble as our forwards. Puck is controlled by Cannon Rivers. They push forward. A couple of bodies combine there, and one of the Cannon River girls falls down. Thankfully, there's no call. McCall has puck possession. She brings it up into the zone. Just a shot off that goes wide. Weber, though, trying to get to the wall to grab onto that one. Puck goes into the middle. McCall wasn't able to corral it to get a shot off, so Cannon River has it. One of their speedsters is trying to skirt down the ice quickly with it to get a shot off. She grabs it and sends it right through the middle. Thankfully, there's nobody there. Moline is in pursuit. They send another puck into the middle. We're covered by Spartacats. Spartacats send it up the line. Weber now in putting pressure on the Cannon River girl. Cannon Rivers brings it in. Grabs onto it. Moline in the corner. She sends it clear. Weber is able to grab onto that one. Just sends it into the neutral zone. Bounces free. Hubble almost able to break free out of that and kind of lock in the middle of the ice. Cannon River sends it in deep so they can get in for a change. So we got some time. Let's see what we can set up for a rush. Weber pushes it in, gets intercepted by Cannon River. Moline has it. She sends it across the ice, gets deflected a little bit before McCall's able to grab onto it. She sends it in deep and then gets tripped for her service. Weber in pursuit, putting pressure on Cannon Rivers. They have it in their zone. They try to send it deep, and then we're going to get an icing. Things are a little bit better when the air smells like cinnamon. You got a face-off win coming from the Spartacats. Robinette got a shot off. That bounced over into the corner. It bounces over to Verstrat. Verstrat takes a shot on. That's covered up by the goalie, so we got a face-off coming here in the Cannon River zone. On the ice, we've got Verstrat and Walker, other defenders, Robinette, Bates, and Kriske on our forward line. Kriske's able to knock that puck in behind the net. Robinette goes to grab and pursue. She gets a chance to get a center off, but Kriske's tied up by the Cannon River defenders. Puck bounces in the middle. We've got a 2-on-1 in favor of Cannon River. Spartacat recovers. Cannon River put a shot on that was pretty wide. Bounces back up. Robinette clears it out of the zone. Cannon River going in for pursuit. A couple of us Spartacat girls making a change. Kriske putting a lot of good pressure on the Cannon River girls as they're trying to skate it back into their own zone. Cannon River takes possession, sends it up ice, gets intercepted by Kriske. Kriske trying to turn the corner. She sends it in deep. Cannon River takes a long pass, kind of bounces through the middle of the ice. Walker's able to grab onto that one, sends it up the boards to Kriske. Nelson is able to grab it. She sends it into the corner. Cannon River gets a stick on it, sends it back up the ice, but the Spartacats put pressure and put it back into the behind that corner. Had the puck bounce out to our blue line. Couldn't quite get a handle on it, so Cannon River takes possession and sends it in deep. Walker has it now behind our goal. She sends it up so Kriske can grab onto it. Kriske sends it up the boards. Cans hits it away, but ends up coming back into the Cannon River possession. Cannon River sends it back towards the goal. Cassidy pushed through that corner. Cans has it. She sends it up the boards. Cannon River maintains possession, tries to turn and shoot quickly, ends up going wide. Got Walker in pursuit. Cannon River taking it behind the net. She starts to fire one through that gets bounced off of the net, gets sent to the boards where Walker, Kriske, and Nelson are all waiting. Nelson has it. Kriske has it. She sends it into the open area where Cans is able to knock it into the deep line. We've got possession coming here from Cans. She has it in the middle of the ice. We've got a change for most of the Spartacats. Cans tries to send it back to Weber. Cannon River intercepts, and we've got an offside by Cannon River, so we'll take a face-off outside the zone. All right, on the ice, we've got Weber and McCall and Hubble and our forwards, and then defenders, we've got Bliss and Turvold. Puck is pushed back behind the Cannon River goal. Cannon River tries to skate that one out, but good pressure by the Spartacats, making them work to get that out of their zone. Hubble in pursuit. Cannon River sends it down the ice. That should have been an icing, but apparently they don't like us. So puck is bounced back. Cannon River has possession in our zone. Sends back out to neutral area. So we've got some kind of resetting of their rush. Cannon River brings it behind their goal. Tries to send it up the board. Good pressure by the Spartacats to turn that one over. Hubble takes a shot but sends that one wide. She's going to go in for a change. Spartacats just letting them slow play this so we can get our change completed. They send it all the way through, and we get that icing finally. Face off in the zone. Verstraat takes a great shot, just a little bit wide. Puck bounces behind the net. Cannon River trying to take that one up the wall. Can't quite see from my angle who's in the battle, but a couple of Spartacats are over there. They're able to knock that puck free. Krisky takes it and gets a shot. Great goal. The girls really fought to take possession of that one. Krisky gets a chance to get it on her stick. She steals it from another girl. This one's going to count. We got a tie game. We've now hit that part of the game where we hear the ever-important skate called out by our fans. Got a tripping call coming from Cannon River. She took the skates right out from Perry. Slid kind of head first into the boards, but thankfully she's okay. Cannon River doing a little taunting on her way off the ice, which is always good for him. I don't think that the Spartacat girls took very kindly to that taunting on the way off the ice. Face off in the Cannon River zone. Verstraat was able to get a shot off. It bounced wide. Cannon River puts some pressure on, sends it into our net. Boyd sends that puck to the outside. Moline has it, bringing it up the side. She sends it down the boards. Intercepted by Bates off of a pass from Cannon River. She's going to pursue that into the corner. Got Bates and Krisky attacking. Verstraat is able to take a shot in that bounces high and wide off a deflection. Bounces out. Moline's able to hold that at the blue line. She takes a shot. Hits a girl right in the face. Puck is still kind of bouncing free. Should be another penalty. There it is. Krisky got taken down again, this time via the head. The girls are going to take a second to kind of calibrate to what it's like to play 5-on-3. So we got 1:16 left in the first penalty, and then we're going to have 2 minutes on the second penalty. Shots on goal right now, 15-14 in favor of the Spartacats. We've got just about 8 minutes left in the game. All right, Spartacats try to get that puck possession in the zone. Kind of bounced out. Everyone got excited for an icing call, and we let off the gas, and the ref is going to call that one off. So we've got to make this one count, take it all the way up the ice. Weber cans and Nelson on it. Weber bringing it free, passes to Nelson. Nelson takes a shot, pad. Shot. Got a couple of shots off of that one. It's a great pass from Weber to Nelson, which could a good shot. Her deflection came off. Ended up bouncing right in his Hervold stick. She took a good rip, but the goalie was able to recover that one, hold it down. We now have 47 seconds left in the first penalty and a minute and a half left in the second penalty. Face-off push behind the Cannon River net. Can's able to take possession of that one. She's trying to give a little bit of space. Bounces off of the Cannon River skate. Turville takes another shot that bounces up over the goaltender. Bounces out to Walker. Walker takes a shot. Deflection from Cannon River. Stops that one before it can get too far. Cannon River trying to skate it all the way up the ice. They push it in deep. Spartacats able to take possession back. Turville bringing it down the ice, trying to get set up. Pass back to Weber. And the ref who was closest to it said it was good. The ref who was the furthest away said no, offsides. So we're going to have a face-off coming outside of the zone. Quite a bit of tension here as these girls are trying to get another point on the board. We've got 6 seconds left of the 5-on-3. Face-off coming again outside of the Cannon River zone. Face-off, McCall is taking this one. Referee again getting pulled over to the Cannon River side to talk about something. Not really sure what they're giving a hard time against, because this has been a very interesting game, and I don't think it's been in favor of us from the calls. Good shot there. Frisky gets another good shot in. Puck came in off the corner, bounced off of the goalie's pads, bounced right to our girl, took a shot, another shot, put that in the back of the net. Frisky for what should be her third of the game, but on the boards is only going to count as 2. Spartacats have a 1-goal lead, 6.5 to play. Cannon River parents getting a little tense now. They're starting to kind of amp up their nervous energy. Spartacats seem to have a little bit of momentum going. Frisky seemingly has been everywhere, all over the ice, playing really, really strong hockey. Tons of pressure from our forward line, seemingly winning all of those puck battles that are kind of 50-50. Our girls are just being relentless this game, which is awesome to see. Cannon River has the puck coming from behind their own net. One of their speedsters trying to skate it all the way up the ice. Spartacats in position to put pressure on her and make her think twice about it. Hubble's able to steal that one away. We got a 1-on-1 break. Hubble takes a shot. Saved by the goalie. Still a 3-2 game. All right, puck is pushed into the corner. We've got a couple of Spartacats in pursuit. Looks like Cannon River was able to pop that one free. They pass it in the neutral zone where it's recovered by Weber. Walker gets the puck, sends it back over to Weber. Weber lines up, sends a pass back into the other side of the play, trying to free up Robinette for some space. Cannon River, though, gets possession, sends it through. Weber really fighting. We've got interference call coming from Cannon River. Cannon River for an interference. They seem happy about it. I'm going to pause for a second to let these parents yell, because this is going to be awesome. Not sure how much the video is showing, but every single Cannon River personnel is holding their hands up, giving a hard time to the referees. Near meltdown mode. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. I don't know if the yelling at the refs is really going to play out in their favor. Got a 5-on-4 here from the Spartacats. Weber, Bates, and Robinette on our forward lines. We've got Bliss and Walker. Puck gets battled into the corner. Robinette trying to free that one. Cannon River had temporarily possessed that puck, but Weber was able to knock them off of it. Now Cannon River takes it through the neutral zone. They line up for a quick pass. Weber gets a tie-up off of the stick. And we get a tripping call for Weber got called on a trip. So now we've got a face-off coming in the Spartacats zone. A little 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 43 seconds. There's only 5 minutes left in the game. Nelson, Moline, Cans, and Turbold on the ice. Cannon River takes a quick rip off of that face-off. Grabbed and recovered by Cans. Cannon River recovers, tries to get a quick shot off, but Cassidy was able to be firm and stand tall, stop the puck, and get another face-off coming in our area. Face-off coming, another rip from Cannon River out the blue line. Cassidy made a save, pushing the puck into the corner. Cannon River gets it back. They do a little D-to-D pass, trying to get a shot off. This one hits Cassidy right in the chest. She's going to take a break. Got some other fans coming to say hello. Still 4-on-4 hockey for another 1 minute and 19 seconds. Face-off won again by Cannon River. They send it back to the blue line. They send it in. Cassidy makes a pad save, sends it over. Cannon River got first to that puck, took another backhand shot, trying to get another one. This time trying to send it in off the tip. Our girls are in defensive posture here, trying to get the puck out of the zone. They can't seem to get a bounce. Puck gets bounced out to the blue line again. Another shot happening from Cannon River. Cannon River again tries to take a shot. Gets a pass. Cans takes possession, sends it down the ice, gets a deflection off the Cannon River player to bounce all the way through into their zone. Now Cans in pursuit. Girl takes a wipe out in the corner. Cans still in pursuit and putting pressure on. Is able to steal that puck, passing around, ends up back to Moline at the blue line. Moline lines up, takes a shot, comes through. Goalie's able to glove that one down for a stoppage. 25 seconds left on 4-on-4 hockey, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Cannon River skating 1-on-3 up the ice. She sends it deep into the corner. Walker in pursuit. Walker and one of the Cannon River girls kind of fighting for that puck in the corner. Puck gets sent in the middle of the ice. Kriski's got a 1-on-2. Looking for some space, trying to make sure she can get a decent shot off of this one. Pushes it into the wall where she gets kind of pinched off. Puck bounces out to McCall, though. McCall has it. She sends it back into the middle. Puck is intercepted by Cannon River, but Walker's going to come up and grab that one and push it back into the corner deep. We got 3 seconds left in our penalty kill. We are back to full strength. 3 minutes left in the game. Hubble comes in off the ice, off the bench. He's able to quick grab that puck, bring it free. Verstrat's also in defense. She takes a great shot. Goalie did not see that one, but the puck went just a little bit high and wider than that. Puck still in the Cannon River zone. A couple of our Spartacats fighting for that one. Ends up bouncing outside of the zone. Walker takes her time, pushes that one back in. Cannon River pursues, bounces over Walker's stick. We've got a couple of Cannon River girls coming through. Bates comes down to help. Grab it. Puck gets sent up the boards. Kriski in pursuit. Shot coming from the wide angle. Easy one for Cassidy to grab. She puts a glove on it. We're going to get a face-off coming in the Spartacats zone. We've got a timeout coming from the Cannon River bench. They've got 2 minutes and 11 seconds to try to figure out how to balance this score. Spartacats are going to be expecting to see an empty net here momentarily. Hopefully, Coach McCall and Coach Luke are helping the girls understand what they need to do once that net gets empty. It's going to be a lot of pressure here coming from the Cannon River team. During this stoppage, I'll point out for those of you at home that Kyle looks in much, much better form this Saturday than he did last Saturday. He is up and mobile and talking, and all things are good. He and Nick are having a great time, though. They're buddying up watching this game, just enjoying all of their life. Cannon River is already opting to pull their goalie with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. We've got a 6-on-5 with our skaters. Cannon River passing through. Takes a wide shot, sending it over. Robinette in pursuit of that one. Centering pass. Goal shot was taken there by Cannon River. Good deflection by Cassidy. Cassidy able to make another good save as they wrapped it around. Lots of physical play in this closing couple of minutes. You can hear some really strong hollering and some language coming from the girls on the ice. Good pressure from the Cannon River. Spartacats really trying to swarm here, get this puck clear. Turbo comes free with it. She's going to try to send it up the ice. Gets deflected by the Cannon River team. Minute and a half left. Weber takes it, sends it out. Offsides on Cannon River. Was just able to get that one outside the blue, so we'll get a shift change from all of our girls. Cannon River put some great pressure on us right there, but Cassidy was able to stand tall. Good defense by the Spartacats as they got sticks on everything that Cannon River was trying to get to them. On the ice here for the last minute and 20, we've got Moline Verstrat. We've got Krisky, Nelson, and Cans. Looks like we've got a goalie equipment issue. Cassie's trying to get corrected. Looks like everything's all right. She's going to stand up and square up, give the refs a thumb up, and we're off to the game. Minute 20 left. Nelson takes the face-off, ends up bouncing deep into the Cannon River zone. No icing on this one. Cannon River's going to have to skate this one all the way back up. Krisky in pursuit, trying to put some pressure on the girls. At least minimum burn some time. Got a minute and 6 left. Pass coming right up the middle. Cannon River trying to get through, but Verstrat and Moline able to cut them off. Verstrat has it. She sends it up the boards. Not enough juice to get it out. Cannon River takes another shot. Krisky's got it in the open zone. She takes a long shot. Just a little bit wide. We've got an icing coming. All right, we got 47 seconds left. The speakers are telling me to turn down for what, so we're feeling pretty good about our hockey game here. Nelson grabs that puck in the corner. Cannon River trying to send it back up to the blue line, but they send it out of the zone. Cannon River is going to have to skate hard for that one. Cans and putting some pressure. Pass into the neutral zone. Spartacats just trying to send back. Referee does us a favor and stops it from entering. Puck gets sent in behind the net. Nelson sending it through. We got a couple of Cannon River. Perry gets a wind up again. Let's see if she gets this one. This one looks good. Yeah! In what might be the slowest shot to ever go in the net, it made it. That gives Krisky 3 goals for the day. Well-earned hat trick for Krisky. She's going to celebrate that. Gives the Spartacats a 4-2 lead with 13 seconds left. That's a great feeling for the girls to fight off all of that pressure at the end. You can now hear some strong jubilation from the Spartacats benches there. Getting a chance to realize that this was a heck of a game and they've played very, very well. Girls are still fighting to the very end. Got 3 seconds left. Moline pushes it to the boards, and that'll do it. Congratulations, Spartacats. Great play, great win against a really good team. They play well, they play hard, but we came out ahead again. Final shots on goal. We got 21 from the Spartacats, 27 from Cannon River. Good celebration here from our girls. They earned it. We'll see y'all in the next game.